Okay, take two. After hours too.
Rap to you real quick. I want to enjoy the luxury of like not knowing each other for real. Hold up.
Hey, sexy ladies. So, a sister is officially in Tokyo. And one thing I'm often asked is why? Why such a big move? And pretty early in life as well. To you guys, this may seem random since I didn't post any vlogs from the last time I was here. But in the past year and a half, life as I've known has drastically changed. I didn't expect studying abroad in Korea to become the trigger or catalyst for the biggest change in my life. I mean, my entire trajectory has entirely changed, which is a bit freaky to think about, honestly. Anyways, to that question I mentioned earlier, the best word I can use is easy, in the sense that from the first time I came to Japan and every time I've had the fortune of visiting since then, it just felt easy. That is not to say at all there weren't and aren't any challenges. Definitely not the case. But you know that moment when you're working on a really difficult math problem back in high school and then all of a sudden something just clicks, or when you're experiencing a writer's block for an essay literally due in 24 hours and then there's a sudden wave of inspiration. Not speaking from personal experience, obviously, but yeah, that's the feeling. I want to make clear that this is not at all a romanticization of Japan. I'm sure there's more than enough of that content on the interweb. I'm speaking on a personal level where you go somewhere and it just makes sense. And you know what? There's no need to extrapolate or exhaust it so that others understand. If you get it, get it. And if you don't, I hope that someday you do. Good morning, sexy ladies. Yeah, 100% cotton. This is nice. Yeah, I got this really nice denim skirt. I'm going to put on it now. It's so cute. I'd never experienced this feeling before. Even in Korea, which I loved so much, I've never once felt like it clicked, you know? I knew, oh yeah, this is a cute stunt that I'll have fond memories of one day. Or even back in Boston or my home New York. That feeling of this is where I want to be for the foreseeable future never crossed my mind. I mean, I loved the friendships, the food, and the fun, but it didn't feel the same. But it's different for me here. I met someone yesterday, and we went into conversation sharing our backstory. And again, I was asked the age-old question. I told them what I just shared with y'all, but what stuck about this particular conversation was their response. Of all the people I've explained this to, this person actually got it. Probably because they've been in a very similar situation. In fact, they've lived in at least 4 different countries. They share that some places simply just mesh with your nature and with how you like to interact with the world and people. It goes beyond what you do or what you eat and so on. Some things in life, like friendships, just click. Mind blown. It was so well said and perfectly communicated. Exactly that feeling. I feel like some people expect me to respond, oh, it's because I really like Japanese food, or I've been obsessed with the culture since a little kid, or I really like anime and so on. And even though the culture part at least is true and not bagging on those who share those experiences, that's just not what did it for me, you know? Child, T is, I wasn't checking for Japan until like 12 months ago. I mean, anyone who knows me will tell you Japan was not on the lips of Emanuela till literally last year. And that's not enough for me to move halfway across the world either. Like, you have to give a girl a little bit more than that. As illustrated earlier, I just mesh well with Tokyo. Like, it didn't take much either. I didn't have to climb Tokyo Tower or eat at a high-end sushi restaurant in order to feel ignited and inspired in this country. That's why I use the word easy, because that's just how it felt. No strain, no stress, just easy. And that's something really important to emphasize as a Black woman. I mean, how many of us get to feel that way? Right. And I think that's one of the true tale. Is it true tale? This one always trips me up. I'm gonna go with true tale. That's one of the true tale signs, when there are no external factors necessary to make you enjoy a place. If you can just like it for what it is, like a true friendship, just for who they are, not for what they can do, albeit great, but for what lies at their core, then it's simple. That's the place. And I don't think it has to be anything extreme as a 16-hour leg flight. I mean, Japan just so happened to be that place for me. But for you, it may just be a different borough, or the next town over, or across the country. The point is not how far it is. The point is how that particular place makes you feel. What does that location bring out of you? What are the thoughts and emotions that fill you when you're there? How do you feel when you're not? Is this what life coaching feels like? Because I'm cutting up. But seriously, take those factors into consideration. And I also want to emphasize there's no need to rush. I'm the kind of person where once I make up my mind, as in truly make up my mind about something, I laser focus on it until it comes to pass. But that may not be you. In all of this, self-awareness is key. Sit with yourself, ask the important questions, and it doesn't have to be all at once. You may not find that place until after a significant life event, 5 years down the road, or 10 or more. And that place may also change. I mean, who knows how long I'll be in Tokyo? We shall see. But I'm taking it for what it is to me right now. And I want to let you know that it is possible. That's what I want to leave with you. Another reality check, though, is the concept of opportunity cost. If there's one thing microeconomics ate down, it's that baby right there. It's the idea that choosing one opportunity means not choosing another. For example, by virtue of choosing the opportunity to watch a movie late at night, then you give up the opportunity to have a full night's rest. Or by virtue of choosing to date a Yoruba man means choosing to not have peace in your life. We good. I'm just playing. Just pulling y'all toes. But happy belated Independence Day, by the way. Yeah. Choosing one thing simply means not choosing another. Why am I hashing this out? Because it cost me something to be here. And I'm not just talking about the ticket. Your girl is talking about a very comfortable paycheck from a very big girl job. I mean, either decision will cost you something regardless. You just have to be real with yourself as to what it's worth to you. I don't think God would have punished me for either decision, but as the finance girlies know, great risk comes with great reward. This is not an excuse to be reckless or stupid or not plan, because then you can just skip this part and join the line of failure. But once you've done your due diligence, you gotta decide to take the plunge. I'm glad I took this one. I really am. And we'll leave it at that. It's been quite an adjusting period, but your girl is thriving. I love it here. Anyways, I think it's time to wrap this episode. I enjoy sharing these thoughts with y'all. Let me know if you like this format, by the way, too. Is the voiceover with the music, with the vibes, are they all, vibing? Is it coming together well? You can look at a blue thing for so long, it becomes gray. So I appreciate your feedback. So happy that we got this show on the road. Happy to share these excerpts with you, lovely, lovely ladies, and much love. XO, XO, XO. M. The want, desire. Now go in a circle. All for little yum. It's golden yum.